So today is roof rack day and I'm making my own, or kind of making my own. I'm not paying £700, £800 or even £1,500 for a ready-made roof rack. I'm going to do the usual one that you see, although most people do it with Unistrut, which is cheaper and a lot heavier. I'm using this. It's a Bosch system. I cannot remember what it's called, but it's aluminium, this, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it's very robust and it's got a really good system for putting it back together. So I think the whole weight of this roof rack's only going to be around about 13 kilograms. So if you're not familiar with this stuff, the way it works is you've got little channels, as you can see there, and they do all sorts of nuts and bolts which just slide in like that. And then you've got your fixing point. That's a corner, so I'm going to be putting one obviously through there like that for my corners. It's even got a little thing to keep it steady, so I can do my rails across the roof. It should be easy. What I am going to do is, because I don't like the plain silver look of the aluminium, I'm going to give it a coat of paint and I'm going to make it black so it blends in a little bit more. So let's get started and see how it goes. So up on the roof you can see I've attached these brackets, 6 of them, onto the little nubs that stick out of the roof on a Ducato boxer and relay. And I don't know if you can see, if I get round, it's like a U bracket there, so you put that one over the stub, then that one, and then this is just an additional add-on that I've got to raise it up a little bit. But if you want it really low profile, you could just put your roof rack straight onto this one, and that's a bit of the bar. So you can see there we'll have the long ones across there, and then other ones going this way by using these. So this is what I've got for now. I've got 2 long ones to go across the whole length of the van, and 3 cross members. I can always add more of them at a later date if I want to put more storage, or if I feel like I need to strengthen it up. So this needs to be etched primed first because it's aluminium, bare aluminium, and then I'm going to give it a coat of black paint. So I'm just using U-Pol, which I think is a really good paint in a can, and I'm just using a etched primer. So that's the etched in. Going to now give it a coat of U-Pol satin black from a power can. So that's painted. First rail just sat on top of the bracket at the minute. What I need to do is put these in, turn it like that, slide these roughly over where they need to be. I can't reach. It's going to be about there. This one, that nut will have to come off about there. Take that off now. And this one, roughly there. Then we need to hopefully just twist this over, drop them in the holes. Right, so the all sat through the holes there. I put a nut on the end now so it can't fall off, and then I can adjust how far forward or back I want it. Right, encountered my first problem, so I'm finding it impossible to get this nut on here because this is moving around. There's just not enough room to get my fingers in there. So what I think I'm going to have to do is take this bracket here off, attach them to this, and then lower it on and reattach them because they'll be easy enough to get to. Got the first rail up, show you that. See it from there, looks good. It was very fiddly. There's not a lot of space in here to get big hands into. You can see I can't even get 2 fingers into that gap, so it's really difficult. So what I ended up having to do was take these brackets back off, attach them to this rail first, and then put this back on and then do it. It is a little bit fiddly. You do really need to make sure you get them twisting bolts in there correctly as well, but second side should be a bit easier. So that's the bars on loosely, the 2 main outer ones. Next, to do the crossbars. So to do the crossbars, we've got these L brackets. I haven't painted these because there's no need, you're not going to see them, and I've got some plastic covers that go over them, so when you look from the top you won't see them. So these go on like that, whatever way you need them to go, and it makes a nice 90-degree bend and attaches your crossbars onto that, so we'll get that done. So I've got these brackets attached now on either side. Fiddly, really fiddly. Anyhow, let's see if I can get them up on the top. Right, well that was extremely awkward. I've managed to get the front bar on. I've made my first rookie mistake and I'm not changing it now. For now, I put these on upside down. Should be exposing the nuts and bolts, but because I've got plastic clips to go on, put the plastic clips on the front here which smartens it up, but they're on upside down. But this is all got to come off again when I change my light bar, when I put my light bar on, so I'll do that another time. Getting there. It's not all fastened down at this side properly yet, all needs tightened up, but we'll crack on. Right, after a lot of faffing about, I'm getting some of these cross bars in, and this one will sit on the end eventually, but I haven't taken this daft flashing light thing out yet. That's still got to come out, so I just put this on here just to give it some stability. This is how I should have done the bracket up the front. Should have been that way up, because you then get one of these covers and it just clips on somehow onto there. There we go, it's nice and neat. And then an end cap into this. There's the end cap in. So like I say, once this is up here, I've also got some rubber strips to go in these gaps as well, which will just finish it off nicely as well. I'm not going to get them in today though. Right, it's kind of done. As good as it's going to be for a while. It'll be a bit hard to show you because the sun's coming into it like that, but see if you can see it like that. Keep the sun out. Looks a bit bare at the minute until we get some lights on the top of there, and then awning's going to go down that side as well. Walk you around it. Pretty low profile. See if we can show you from the top. Oh. So it has got a bit of bounce to it here. It's just going to probably be problematic when we put a light bar on, but this centre bar here I can easily add more. So I might put another 2 in here close there, and even some this way if I want to see if that'll strengthen that and stop it wobbling a little bit, hopefully. But weight's not an issue with this one, putting extra bars in, because the whole thing I think only weighs about 13 kilograms, which is nothing for a roof rack. But yeah, I'll be able to strap accessories on. I'll put some kind of L brackets on to bring it out a bit, to put any side lights on. I can work that out as I go. So there we go. That was a harder job than I thought it was going to be. Fiddly, not hard, just really fiddly. The system uses M6 nuts and bolts, and it's they're quite small and tight spaces to get into, so it's not always easy. And the system, it's supposed to twist to lock inside the runner, and sometimes it doesn't do that, so you have to kind of get under and have a look and make sure that it's right before you tighten it down, otherwise it just pulls through. So it's a little bit faffy. In hindsight, it might have been easier to actually build it up on the ground and then just get a second person to help me lift it onto the rails and fasten it that way. That probably would have been a lot easier, but I didn't do it that way. I'm on my own, so I just did it that way. But yeah, pretty pleased with it. Hope you enjoyed that. I don't know what the next thing is. I think it's going to be the air fan going up there, so looking forward to that. Not. See you next time.